You guys, how are you? Happy Saturday. I decided to come out here today. There was like no place else for me like to record, and I was like, I really want to do a live today. I really want to, see how everybody's doing, and I wanted to come out here too. This no longer serves me. And hi there, how are you? Happy Saturday. I am out here, and I was like, you know what? Let me just come on this live with you guys. Happy Saturday to you guys, wherever you are in the world right now. I'm removing my hair. It no longer serves me. This style. How you been? How's your non-procrastination journey? Today, I just really wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, not procrastinating. Whatever we want to discuss, you guys. Not procrastinating. How your New Year has been so far. You know, it's still early in the year where whatever you've been procrastinating on, you can definitely turn that around. There's no reason why you cannot start now. Whatever it is that you just had on your heart to do. you know one of the things I've been wanting to do is do a lot more lives, and I'm doing it, you guys. I'm doing it, and I feel a sense of accomplishment just doing that, and just being able to reach out to you guys, my little Cheerios, you guys. um, yeah. So right now, I just really want to just chit chat. How's everybody doing? How's your non-procrastination journeys going? How is life treating you thus far? If you have a goal to be on YouTube, how is that? How's that going with you guys? One of the things that I'm probably gonna be doing tonight is clearing off all of my photos off of my phone because the data for storage is too full. And before they stop sending me emails, or I stop receiving emails, I definitely want to do that. Hi, Jamaican on the move. Yes, I am still in Arusha. How are you? Are you in the States? Let me know if you can hear me. Just my Saturday is ending. My Saturday is ending, and I'm pretty sure yours is beginning if you're in the States. Oh, well, your Saturday is ending too. Okay. How is it over there? How are you doing over there? I just feel like coming into live today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about, just chit chat how your New Year has been going so far. Nice, nice. We actually had intended to go to Dar um, in December, but that never happened. Everybody got sick. Everybody got sick. So, and the kids were home from school for that time as well. And it was like, I didn't want to take the kids somewhere and get other people's kids sick. So, yeah. Do you live in South Africa? Is that where you live? So yeah, so your Saturday is definitely ending, just like mine. I just ate a little bit of something. The kids are fending for themselves as we speak. It's Saturday, and I was like, this does no longer serves me, so I'm taking this out. How was it in South Africa? What? How do they celebrate up there? Like, how do they celebrate this, like the New Year's and things like that? I'm curious. They definitely celebrate here. It's just a matter of what areas really focus on it. But yeah, you guys, it's still early in the year where if you have goals and different dreams and even if you're starting now, start now. I definitely have some goals that I want to accomplish. I have a lot of goals I want to accomplish this year, you guys, and of course I'm gonna need y'all's help. You know, whoever comes on this live, thumbs it up. You know, um, yeah, I'm gonna need y'all's help to get there, to continue to help me, motivate me. And I hope I'm motivating you guys to accomplish your goals. Don't let nothing stand in your way, you guys. Don't let nothing stand in your way. Not even yourself. Not even yourself, because a lot of times we are our biggest critic, you guys. Um, we can be our biggest critics, and it's so unfair to us. It's so it's unfair to those who we might help out in the future. It's not something that you want to be known as and live by. Procrastination, not accomplishing things that I that's really and truly that's been my history. Like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, there's been a lot of things that I've started and not finished. And really and truly, it's always something to do with myself and things that I want to do for me, and you know what I mean. And we always put ourselves in a back burner, and that's not something that I want to continue doing. I don't want to pass that on to my kids. I don't want to not fulfill things that are really on my heart to fulfill. You know, and I'm serious when I say, like, not this year, not this year. Okay. We are about action this year. We are about fulfilling our goals and our dreams, manifesting the proper things into our lives, accomplishing those dreams and goals. It's a nice breezy day. It's a breezy evening right now. The sun's going down. How's the new year been treating you guys thus far? My best friend's birthday is this month, coming up real soon, actually, in a few days. I really wanted to come on this live and just to be able to talk to you guys for a little bit, chit chat. I do miss you guys when I don't when I don't get to talk to you guys. So let me get go on live. I'm actually starting to really enjoy going on lives with you guys. I didn't think I would as much as I am now. I am, because to me it's a little bit of like you know public speaking, but it's pretty cool. I do enjoy being able to do this. I'm missing one. Jamaican and move. Are you going to dart for business or pleasure? No. Hold on, you guys. Let me close that door. Oh no, you guys, I tried to I tried to come on live a little later today. So it'll be like a little bit, it's like an afternoon for you guys in the States. So when you do catch the replay, if you don't catch me on the live, put down in the comments. Let me know if this is a good time. Because I really be looking for I be looking to talk to you guys, and because like really and truly, like I'm looking for the community. I'm looking for the community on this YouTube streets, in these YouTube world, and those who are looking do do this year and not procrastinate, and get this stuff together. I no longer want to be a talker. I want to be a doer when it comes to me. So much so often when it's like we put ourselves last for everyone else, which is it's not a bad thing. It's fine for a season, especially like if you're um, a parent, significant others, and sometimes if we're older, we take care of our parents, and it's just different seasons. You know what I mean? But it's definitely we cannot spend this whole life putting ourselves on a back burner. Like we're not meant for that. We're meant to be great, and don't let anybody or anything come before your greatness. I feel like not in an arrogant way, but in a way where it's only going to benefit everybody if you're doing the things that's placed in your heart. You know what I mean? And if you're doing the things that resonate with your soul, and it's only beneficial for everyone, for those who are watching you, for your kids. You know what I mean? And if you believe in like reincarnation and things like that, like I believe like if you don't fulfill what you're supposed to fulfill, you might come back. You might come back because you didn't learn your lessons, you didn't fulfill what you had to fulfill. Like there's no rhyme or reason why we should have to put ourselves in a back burner all the time. Like we should definitely be striving to accomplish our goals, accomplish our dreams. Like they're placed there for a reason. There is no coincidences when it comes to those things that are placed in our hearts, you guys. Like to be totally transparent, like one of my goals, I have somewhat of a tragic past, and I definitely want to pay homage to those who were involved, and I definitely want to, in writing, I want to put that in a book somehow. I want to. There's a lot of things in the works for this year, you guys, and I'm really looking for the community where I can, that can come along for the ride with me. So and if you're there, if you're trying to accomplish certain things and do certain things, and you feel like you're always procrastinating because of this, that, and the other, and a lot of times it's like a lot of times it's like really good reasons. You know what I mean? Like you get stuck in your own head, you get stuck in life, just takes a hold of you. And y'all, we can't always be letting you know letting life run us, right? And I feel like that's one of the things that I definitely like struggle with. Like I'll want to do something, I'll start something even, and the next thing you know, like this happens, that happens, and yeah, it's okay for something to knock you off of your game for a little bit of time. There's a season for everything, and we can't predict we can't predict what happens in life. What's that?
This one is in the fridge. That
Oh, I don't care. We can't predict what's gonna happen in life, right? But we have to be able to pivot and make sure we're able to come back to us. Like we should not be putting ourselves last all the time. It should not be that way. And I understand there's, single moms out there, single dads, and um, people who have really like big responsibilities. You know what I mean? And even if you're not a single parent, even if you're just a parent who has a whole household and things like that, like there are things, y'all. There are things that are always going to be being thrown at us. Okay. And it's disheartening. It's disheartening to not fulfill those goals and not fulfill those dreams, and then always feeling like you get the, shit end of the stick. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a great feeling at all. And why do we always allow that to happen? Why do we allow other people's misgrievances and other people's heartaches and tasks, and whether they're legitimate or not, like, why we always allow other people to come before what we want to get done? We're not doing that this year. We're not doing that this year. We're not. You know, we have to start saying no. We have to start saying no if it interrupts what we want to get have going on. Okay, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in saying no because you have a goal and you have a dreams and you want to fulfill them, and you're in the middle of something, for instance, and then somebody's calling you because they want to ride or whatever. Like, next thing you know, you're gonna forget your train of thought. Like, no, like, sometimes it's okay. It may seem selfish in the beginning, you know what I mean, but it's okay. We can be selfish sometimes. We're allowed. We're allowed to be selfish because sometimes it's always about everybody else. It's always about everybody else, you guys. So you have to start saying no to others and start saying yes to yourself. Period. Period. You have a goal, you have a dream like everybody else, whatever it is. For me, I feel like relationships are important. They're very important, and I believe in the future I'll be doing some kind of series on relationships. All types of relationships are very important, but good things can lead you to the wrong path as well. Not to say, like, even like some friendships may be bad. Let me switch this here, you guys. Some friendships may be bad for you, but there are friendships out there and relationships out there that are just fine to have in your orbit, but not at the expense of your dreams and your goals and what you want to accomplish. How long are you going to continue to say, oh, I have to get this done for this person, oh, I have to do this for that person, oh, I have to change my schedule around because I have this task to fulfill for this person. And while all the while you have a notebook full of things that you need to get done for yourself. It's a conga. You know, we can't always focus on other people all the time. And while we're not focusing on other people, and I'm guilty of this, like, I'll get caught up. Like, when I want to change something around or whatever, and then you start scrolling, you know, and getting not advice per se, but just getting ideas and how to maneuver and things like that. Sometimes, you guys, sometimes we get caught up in that kind of stuff too. And it's very evident right now with everything that's going on with YouTube and it being easy and the whole thing with TikTok, and in the States, you guys have a new president, and there's fires happening around the world. There's always something. And sometimes we have to be able to kind of tune out. We have to be able to tune out sometimes because it gets to be too much. And if you're anything like me, you guys, like, I'm an empath in the weirdest ways sometimes, and I'm so happy that I now live in a place where I can choose to exclude myself from other surroundings and other people and things like that. It gets to be too much sometimes. And I feel like even if you're not an empath, even if you're not an introvert, other people's crap definitely can cloud your judgment, cloud your spirit. Like, we have, you got the gift, right? You got the gift. You got the talent. You got the dream, the goal. Not everybody else. So sometimes you have to remove yourself from everyone else to see that come to fruition. Because a lot of times, because I'm not gonna front you guys, like, before I came back onto this channel, right? And I was just like, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, do I really want to do this? I really want to come back to YouTube, and there's things that come along with YouTube, okay? Um, but was I ready? Was I ready to devote myself to? But it's something I really wanted. When I sat down And I forgot about the people who were saying they want to leave YouTube. Oh, it's not for them anymore. They're past that life. They're not blah, 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 whatever the case may be. Valid reasons for them, right? Sometimes it becomes your reasons when it's in reality, it's not your reasonings at all. So a lot of times it's good to sit back and just relax. Sit back, relax, get into your own mind for a little bit, not too long, because sometimes our minds is just as right. Sometimes our minds is not the best place to sit and dwell in either, but just enough to grasp what you really, really want, what your real goal, your end goal is, and how the particular situation, whether it be YouTube, how is that going to contribute to your end goal? You know what I mean? Sometimes we have to separate ourselves, you know. And I'm a person, you guys, like I'm a person who has never, as much as I wanted to, I've never been alone. I've never been alone. I went from I went from my parents' home, and then after a tragic accident, not no wrong word, a tragedy happened in my home. I relocated to no, I went from my parents' home. I went to college, had a roommate there. Tragedy struck in my home, and then I moved to Florida. And at that time, my best friend at the time said they were going to come with me. So we left, and we got an apartment together. After that, they basically, in my opinion, kind of skipped on me, and I ended up moving with my manager at work at the time. With her family and her kids and everything else like that. I believe she was like a godsend. And then through all that, I met my husband. So I never really got a chance to be alone. And y'all, the day that I have to be, that's gonna be a whole other series, I guess. I don't know. But this just because I've never been like physically alone, up here and in here, I've had to been alone. And a lot of times up here is not the best place to be either. That's why it's important. Like if you have to find a different type of outlet, whether it's to write things down, whether it's to call that one specific person, whether it's to read your Bible, whether it's to read the whatever spirituality you go by, whether it's to go get to therapy, whatever it may be. Sometimes you have to do certain things to clear your mind. So you get behind the fog. Okay, you can't always be around other people when it comes to major decisions. When it comes to decisions about your goals, your heart was placed there for you, it has nothing to do with anybody else. It really doesn't. Just go for it. What's the worst that can happen? If you fail, you failed forward because you tried it. You're not going underground with any regrets of not trying something that you really wanted to do. Okay, and y'all, I'm speaking to myself too because y'all, I'm definitely speaking to myself because there's been so many things that's been placed in my heart over time. Like for instance, writing this book that I really want to. It's a memoir I want to write, and I have written, and I've put off for so long, because I was afraid of what would this person think about what I wrote in that book, and that and then that person passed away. Then I have another situation where I'm like, okay, what asking everybody's opinion, like for what, for what? We don't need to ask people's opinions to fulfill our dreams and goals. We really don't. We are past the age. We're not with our parents. We don't need to be asking nobody for any opinions. Okay, we know what we want. We know what we want. We want to succeed in the things that have been placed in our hearts. And a lot of times, you guys, yo, our dreams and goals are bigger than us. And I feel like the saying that says, if your goals and dreams are not bigger than you, then it's not good enough. So whatever that saying is, right? Sometimes I feel like that's what scares us. If it doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough. I feel like that's what it is when we procrastinate so much because it's scary. It's scary to put yourself out there. It's scary to, have to deal with possible rejection. But you know what? We have to feel like we have to know, especially if you know who you are, we have to we have to make sure that our self-worth and what we think about ourselves is more important than what others feel. And for a long time, I wasn't that girl. For a long time, y'all, like, it was always about somebody else. Not somebody else per se, but the world. It was always about the world, you know? And nobody cares. Nobody cares. As much as we want to feel like, this person is thinking about me, that person's looking at me a certain way, or, or, and if they are, it's because they are probably the same, if not worse, boat than you are. Like they're insecure about their goals and then their dreams, and they're looking at you and you're trying, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, you're projecting on them and they're projecting on you, and it's a whole discombobulated mess. Like, let's not try to think about what other people are thinking. What other people are thinking has nothing to do with us. That is none of our business. Okay, thumbs up the live, you guys. Say hello if you're in the live. Say hello. um just chatting it up, taking out this style that no longer suits me. And that's another thing, when things don't suit you, baby, if you're able, remove it. Okay, if you're able to remove it. There's no point of, I don't care if for the women out there, I don't care if you just got your hair done, if you just got your nails done, you paid for it. If you couldn't talk, if you couldn't speak up in that salon, well, look, you need to speak up, or you need to get done over. Because if it does not suit you, you don't feel cute, you don't feel a certain type of way, it's not giving what's supposed to give, get rid of it. And that goes for things, friendships too. That goes for friendships, relationships. um if you're staying someplace that is not up to par, if you're able, the sooner the better. Because I know sometimes it's hard to do certain things, but if you're able, and if you're not able, get a plan. Get a plan. We are on this earth to fulfill our goals and dreams, but also to enjoy life. And don't be sitting in misery. Do not sit in misery. And I know I'm one of those where I definitely have done that. There's been I have lived most of my adult life, in silent misery. you know um it's hard when you feel like you don't want to put your burden on other people, because you're the one that's supposed to be chipper, and you're the one that's supposed to be putting everybody on and things like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was me, y'all. That was me. And I no longer want I no longer desire to do that. I want to be happy. I want to accomplish my goals, and I want to make a difference. I want people to hear about what I've gone through, hear about my grief. Ooh, y'all seen that? The lighting, y'all. Oh, hi, Miss Wanda. How are you? It's so nice to see you. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn on the light. Yeah, I'm sitting outside my home because it's the best place. Just talking about not procrastinating, and chit chatting it up, and fulfilling our desires, and not letting people stay in our way. A lot of times we put ourselves in the back burner, and it's so unfair. And because sometimes a lot of guys, people are gonna allow you to give and give and give. Because sometimes, really and truly, it comes off as if that's your love language. It comes off as if that's what you like to do, that you enjoy to do, is to give. And some people either that's what they believe in you, that's what they believe that you like to do, and others they'll do it just because they can. You're giving and they're gonna take. And what I'm saying is if you know what, I'm the type of person, if I'm gonna lend you money, in the back of my mind, I'm be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna count that money. If it comes back to me, great. Of course, I'm gonna set, I'm gonna set the precedent. Like, okay, you're gonna give that to me back to me when. But you know, I'm gonna give to you and not think about it. And sometimes people take advantage of that kind of thing. You know, you can't always be giving and giving and giving. And if you notice that's your heart, that's great. But don't be getting taken advantage of. You know, because you one day, look, there was this one time, you guys, way back, well, a few years back. Yeah, as long as you give and they take it. There was this, would, and I'm that girl. Like, I value money, of course, but I don't hoard money like that, And I've always been like that, and I've never been rich, you know. My parents ain't never been rich, in that way, whatever, you know what I mean. But I remember one time, you guys, like there was this friend I had, a coworker friend and acquaintance, whatever, and they came up with they had a problem where they had to go out of state, and because their storage the way they had their things was being I guess she didn't pay or whatever, and we had just got paid. Yeah, you get from the heart. We had just got paid, and I was like, you know what, that was the check that I didn't have no bills to pay for. It was just gonna be, I didn't have no kids then or anything like that. It was a few years back. So I lent the girl about, I think it was like $800. Okay. And I think it was like maybe a month later, I found out that my my grandmother was really sick, about to pass, all types of stuff. And the girl had not paid me back yet. So I was like, okay, well, I need the money back. I need to get a plane ticket, yada, yada, yada. It didn't matter. It was point blank. I don't got it. Point blank. I don't got it. Nothing. Like it was like no remorse. It was like nothing. And you know what? That taught me a lesson. That taught me like people are gonna take. People don't mean they're gonna give, but people are gonna take whenever they want to. And up to this day, I have not seen my money. Okay, so look, like I'm not saying don't give. I definitely give a lot. I give from the heart. I give how I can, but I no longer want to be, taken advantage of, and that goes with my time as well. That goes with my time because I have things I want to accomplish. I want to launch my memoir. I want to be able to do a podcast one day. I want to, set an example for my kids to go after their dreams and goals. Like my son and my daughter, they both want to do YouTube channels. At first, I was kind of like, because I'm very like protective of my kids and I didn't want them to be online, yada yada. But they're getting a little older now, so probably if not soon, since all the rage with YouTube right now, get them started. But maybe by the summertime for them, whatever summertime is right here. They just had their winter break, so but like that's I'm thinking about it for them. But yeah, like I'm no longer going to let people, and myself. You guys, we are our biggest critics. We are our worst critics. We are the ones that stop us from reaching our goals, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be in my head. That's right now, the fact that I'm just like up here talking to you guys, y'all, you have no idea what a big step that is for me. Say hello, guys, if you're in the live. Um, and I don't want to. I'm no longer be living by fear. I'm no longer living by fear. Yes, get out my own way. 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 Yes, Miss One. I'm getting out my own way. I'm no longer living by fear. I'm no fear of what and for what. I'm no longer procrastinating because procrastination just stems from procrastination just stems from that. It stems from fear. It stems from lack in belief of myself. You know what I mean? It's that it, and I'm of God. I'm of God. So like, what do I have to be fearful of? Like, what do I have to like? I basically need to get on my game and get it done. And I'm very proud of myself, y'all. Like I've been on this YouTube streets back again, and I know it's still the beginning, but I came back on the December 30th. And what I will be doing, I'll be doing every month on the 30th. I will, I'll give you guys like an update as far as the channel. Thank you, Miss Wanda. I'm proud of me too because you know what? This time is different and it feels different and I know it's different. I'm actually doing it. I'm actually like, and I feel like that's a lot for thank you. Um I'm encouraged by you too. You go. Have you seen it? I feel like that's for all of us, like we need to get our wins. You know what I mean? Like let's find our wins. And you know what I also been doing with this whole new YouTube situation is I wanted to clear, not clear, because I didn't unsubscribe to anyone, but I wanted new blood on my subscriptions. You know what I mean? So the people that are encouraging and that are basically in the same kind of mode I'm in right now, trying to get things done and not letting, procrastination get in the way. So I definitely subscribe to a few new people and a few newbies, you know what I mean? And so I can have more things on my feed that will feed me and my spirit what I'm trying to accomplish. So I suggest you guys definitely do that too if that's something that you're trying to do, especially this new year, y'all. I didn't really have any like trash content that I was following. Um, yeah, I mainly follow like a lot of laughs and some mukbangs and things like that. But really and truly, watching people eat is great and all, but they weren't feeding the spirit that I was trying to feed at this time. So yeah, it's renewal, feeling refreshed. Like it's amazing. It's amazing. I love the new year. I love being able to, and really and truly, it doesn't have to be the new year. I actually started this on my birthday, which was in September. And I just hadn't still made up my mind fully to devote myself to coming back, and then I did. You know, um, and I have no regrets right now. I'm still, I'm doing it and I'm being consistent, and that I know that's the one that's the main thing. Is being consistent and just doing it. I really want this year is gonna be phenomenal. I'm claiming it. It's gonna be phenomenal. Like I'm gonna get things, a lot of creativity things done, and I think that's a lot of that's some of. Do I have everything? I think I have everything. Nice one. I I feel like a lot of creative people go through this where they feel like because the world is changing as far as that goes, but I feel like well maybe we think it's changing because we're in the bubble of it all with YouTube and everything, but creative people don't get they don't get their what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm checking off my list. Creative people don't, huh? Oh, y'all. Creative people. You see how dark it is behind me? Creative people, they don't get like the leeway. They don't get it's like get a job. Like, no. And y'all, I was never, and I've been looking at those videos where they talk about, oh, I hate my job and da da da. Da. I was always grateful for the job that I had. Um, Even if you hate it, it doesn't mean that you're ungrateful. I understand that. But I never wanted to to work for nobody. I just didn't. I never. It might have been fun. I think like anything, any experience, any new experience is always fun in the beginning. Because I've worked at banks. I worked at a bank. I worked at a bank. I worked at I worked at call centers. I worked at um like nursing homes. I worked at supermarkets. I forgot about the supermarket. I worked at a couple of different places, you guys, and I mean, it was always great in the beginning, but I've never really felt like I wanted to work, and it's really it was really like kind of like ugh because I have so much more to pour. Yeah, I feel so. I believe so. We have so much more to pour into life, and like my parent, like I'm Haitian. I'm Haitian, so I'm Haitian. My husband is Jamaican, hence the Jamaitians, if you didn't know. But yeah, so I'm Haitian, so it's like we're all about work, 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 find a job, nursing school, all that. So it wasn't something, y'all. I'm pretty sure like I wish that I wish that my parents were still on this earth, whatever, to see you know who I am now. But I know, like back then, if I was of age to work and stuff like that, and I wasn't, y'all. And not in an island home, no way. Like, you better get yourself a job. And of course, when we're young and things, getting a job is fun. It's like, it's almost like, oh, when you're young and you really want to go, you really want to wash the dishes and stuff like that. But now, child, my son, that was him wanting to wash dishes, wanting to be grown, want to do this. And now he's in charge of doing the dishes. And y'all, I don't like to do things that I have to do. Like even like taking care of my family, I do it was even on days, even if I'm like, ugh, like to the specific chore, whatever it is, I enjoy doing it. I'm here in Africa, so I am able to get help. Okay. I'm able to have a house girl. I'm able to do all those things. We have two guys that does the gardening and stuff. But I don't want a house girl. I don't want it took me a long time. Like my friend was that helped me, that help us transition over here. She's like, yeah, get you one. That's the life here. Yada yada yada. And I tried one for a while, and when I got pregnant, because I moved out here pregnant, so towards the middle of my pregnancy, whatever, she came in and whatever, it was fine. But yeah, I was all like, nah, I don't want her washing my man's underwear. I don't want her doing this. I don't want her doing that. Like, and then I was like, I really just don't want her here. I don't want. I didn't want that help. That's my family, y'all. When I tell you that's how I am with my family, that's my family. Like I'm good, you know. I'm good. Like so, I've never really want like I've never really wanted to work, but the things that I I don't like to do things that I have to do, And I guess that's the bad work ethic in me, whatever you want to call it. But no, I see. Yeah, your sister's in Rwanda. She says the same thing. Yeah, like I'm good. Like I tried it. I'm good. I tried it and I'm good. Like nah, it doesn't sit well with me. I've only had this much time with my family. Before they're all grown and gone, and like no, no. And it's like over here in TZ. I don't know about Rwanda, but it's like they want you to treat them like family and yada yada. And y'all, my family's for me and the Lord. That's it. Like I don't like to share. Like I don't like to share my family like that. Like I don't know. I don't think that's ever gonna change. You know. How's your day, Miss Wanda? That's great. Miss Wanda, I'm sure you do. Do you want to share like what do you have any like specific things that like goals that you've been trying to, accomplish or want to get accomplished or maybe procrastinating in? You're learning live? Yay. You have any questions? Girl, I've only done like I only done what? This is I think this is like my third or fourth live. and it gets, I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it a lot more. I do want to try different. It's hard. I want to try it like when it's a later for me, so it's like a better time for you guys in the. I mean, you might go, yeah, like when it's a better time for you guys in the states and stuff. But the lighting there, and then my home is still being built. It's like no room, and it's like yeah. So right now I'm outside, and it's a little light, and I'm gonna stay out here for a little bit longer, while just a little bit longer before the mosquitoes will come eat me alive. But they're not bothering me right now. I'm happy because there's a light. I'm sure you can tell there's a light, so they're all drawn to that light over there. So just new world YouTube and stuff. Yeah, yeah, and that's all I could do. That's all I can do. And that's all you can do is try to learn and do what you gotta do. Like and I know there's some people that want to do like multiple things, but TikTok is leaving apparently. I don't know. I tried going TikTok, but then I was like I was back out. Your build? What do you mean your build? You building a home? Yeah, building a home is not for the weak. It's not for the weak, especially in a place where you're not that you weren't familiar with in the beginning and things like that. Oh, and Rwanda. Okay, Miss Wanda. All right, girl. That's gonna be exciting time for you. All I can suggest is I don't know, I'm in TZ obviously, but make sure like if you're plus you'll have your sister, but make sure that you keep sometimes like over here, like when we're building and things like that, and they ask they need they need material to do this, to do that. They sometimes give you an excess amount of material. Good. They ask you for an ex. Yes, but boy, go back in the house. It's dark. Go back in the house. CP, whoever's there, get him and close the door. Um, Sometimes they ask you to get like an excess amount of no, no, go close the door. You can't come out here. Material, and then if you send them to get it, it's like they get the material, but it's like you'll have too much material, or they'll have or they'll pocket some of the money, and it's a whole thing. So we always suggest to people who ask for help, like you go get the material. You go get the material and things like that. Is building a vacation. Oh, nice vacation resort. Okay, let me know when it's built, girl. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know when it's built. That's nothing we want to do. Like this year, I definitely want to, because I have not gone back to the States since I got here. My husband has. My husband has. Thank you. My husband has gone back for like to work. Get a little states cash and stuff like that. But me and the kids have not gone back yet. And even my last two kids, my family has not met. Like in person. So I'm really looking forward to y'all. It's hard. Like you know it's hard when you don't no longer have like the U.S. funds. You know what I mean? So let's get this channel monetized, y'all. Yeah. So once in a while he go back and he'll do Uber or whatever. But yeah. So yeah. That's one of the things I definitely want to do this year. Is we're hoping to be able to go back home, not home. We're home now. Back to the States to visit for some time. You'll be back and forth, girl. It's not cheap. I don't know about Rwanda, but it's definitely not cheap. Especially we have a large family, so excuse me, we have a large family, so it's definitely not gonna be cheap. And why everybody's trying to buy cars and whatever they're trying to buy with their tax money. We have to be putting ours aside for that purpose. And I'm really, really, pray we can go out there. And if we do, y'all will know. I'll definitely, do a live with you guys over there and things like that. Do you live alone right now, Miss Wanda? For business. Okay, you got a little hubby. That's nice. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. I that's my goals, you guys. That's my goals. I definitely want to put a lot of different types of content out for this year and just get the wins. You know what I mean? Get the wins. I'm not staying in my way anymore. Like I'm gonna shun all the negative thoughts and just keep it pushing. And you're an empty nester. Well, you're not. It's not empty. You got that man there. You know there could be big babies too. Mother of seven. Oh, yeah. I'm a mother of five. I'm a mother of five. You hear him out there trying to come out here. Mm-hmm. They can be big babies, yo. Big babies. We really want to be able, we're seeing how things go, but in the future we would like to, because we sold our home that we had in the States. Grandma of 12. Wow. I'm not grandma yet. I got a long time ago now. My oldest is he's going to be 16 in March. My daughter just turned 14 this month on the 13th. She turned 14. Yes, yes. Time to live life, enjoy and have fun. Yes. What do you guys like to do? What's that looking like? Don't procrastinate in having fun. Don't procrastinate in enjoying life at all. At all. And that's one thing that I don't I don't struggle with. Like I make sure to have me a little bit of fun here and there. You're learning me. Oh, that's wonderful. And we're learning, ourselves every day. Every day. It's always something I find that I discover new things about myself. And sometimes it's not good because sometimes it's those knees are hurting. I don't know why, but you go back to your art. You art. Nice, nice. I do want to do that at some point. Actually, when I went to Dar Salaam not too long ago, there was a store that had like, really nice big easels. I was like, ooh, I can't wait. There's a couple things I want to do. I want to do that. I was thinking about which instrument I want to get into at some point, and at first it was the guitar, but I was like, you know what? No, I think I really want to do the harp. Yes, I think I want to do the harp. I want to do. There's a lot of different things that I want to tap into. It's just a matter of me focus. Being focused, being consistent, and that's why even with my goals on YouTube, like I wanted to come back to YouTube, get consistent, get back to, interaction with everyone and things like that. And then, flow on to my next thing while I'm able to still be consistent with YouTube. I didn't want to just start everything all at once because that's another form of self sabotage for me. You know, you love decorating. Decorating what? Like your home? Me too. But I'm nowhere near that. I'm nowhere near that. I'm still building, still building, which is fine. It's a blessing in itself to be able to build. You know, but yeah, I definitely want to, um, because there's hobbies and then there's things that that you definitely want to. There's dreams that you definitely want to fulfill. So I definitely want to, not just throw everything all at me all at once. I learned how to knit and crochet while I'm out here, like and there's pieces that I definitely want to do and. A lot of hobbies, a lot of learning me, a lot of fun. Like I learned being out here alone. Like I've been here for 5 years now. I learned like I'm really I love doing things with my hands. Like I'm really good at doing things with my hands. Whether it's writing, things like that. I turn things around into art. That's lovely. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to feel like a failure to myself, you know? And those are the kind of things, you know, those are the kind of fears and kind of, and I don't want, and for a long time, because of how, you know, like my mom, she was murdered and at the age of 45. And for a long time, I felt like, what if I was fearful of that happening to me. And right now I'm 44. I'll be 45 in September. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where I battle in my mind about, but I also, and it's a weird thing because when you go through certain things, you know, people say, you know, when they go through certain things that, you know, yeah, we're our worst critics, you know, like they'll go through certain things like, oh, that makes you want to do everything because you feel like, okay, life is short, yada yada. I had the total opposite, you know. I went total opposite of that. I was like into myself. I did destructive things, and you know what I mean. And thank you. It's you know, it's one of those things. You know, it's hard, and every day it's, you know, it's a new day, and I honestly feel like it's just time. Just time can get you through certain things. And for a while, I never thought I was gonna get through it. And I'm, you know, and I think subconsciously I still am waiting for my birthday just so I can say, okay, I'm still here. But you know, I fight those thoughts. I fight those thoughts and then just tell myself I'm going to be here. I'm gonna continue on with my goals. I'm gonna continue on with my dreams. I can't live for my mom, may she rest in peace, you know, because you know that's something I had to go through as well, is knowing that I can't live for someone else. You know, I have to live for myself. I have to live for myself. I have to do things for myself. I have to love life for myself, because I was doing a lot of things that, you know, I felt like, okay, even as to the number of children I had, you know, like, oh, and it wasn't just me, it was others placing those kind of, you know, feelings and, you know, barriers on me. Like, okay, like your mom had three, so you're gonna have three, you know, it does something. It does something. Like I couldn't, you know, like your mom was a nurse, you have to be a nurse, and you know, it was hard. It was hard because that was just, you know, my mom was a beautiful mask. She was a beautiful person, but she was like her memories, everything was like just kind of got like another mask for me, and for a long time, that's what I had to, you know, do and get through. Yeah. Hmm. And that's the weird. I don't know why. That's the weirdest thing, especially with the way that it happened. You know, like I don't know why. And you know, subconsciously, like I'm gonna get that memory out because like there's a lot of, you know, golden nuggets in there because I lived a life where I was totally living for other people. I was totally living, you know, and it wasn't in the people pleasing sense. It was more of, this is what the world needs from me because otherwise this might happen, that might happen. And at the same time, putting myself in those same scenarios where certain things might happen. It was this crazy cycle of destructive behavior. Yeah. Yeah. It took a long time. It took a long time for me to be like, okay, well, this is me. This is, you know, like, yes, I like this. Okay, but no, I don't like this. You know, like sometimes you really have to do those kind of mental checks and those, you know, and just, you know, like, who are you really, you know? Um, and it's so weird because I went through the phase where I did not even want to, you know, I think we all go through that as women, you know, I don't know, maybe not, but you love you now. I love me now. I love me now. I love me now. You know, and it's still, you know, I do have moments, you know. I think I might always have moments, but the bigger picture is that I know me and I love me. Um Yeah, there's been times where I was like, okay, well, it's so funny because I feel like that's the weirdest thing because I was like, when I was younger, and I really feel like I manifested my life even when I was younger and did not know it. Because I've always said like I wanted a big family, and then life happened, and I was like, no, I don't want any kids, you know. And then the whole my mom and everything else. I'm like, okay, well, I can only have three because she only had three, and just craziness, right? And then when I started to come back into me, the big family came out. You know what I mean? So it's like I honestly believe like our youngest selves, like our child self, is our truest self, in a sense. You know, because that's the most innocent time of our lives. I feel, and I feel like that's what that person, what that girl carried inside of her is who your mom had to be also. Oh yeah, two boys, two girls. What? I'm in the middle of two boys. Yeah, it gets to be too much because you put on so many masks. Okay, I did. I put on the mask from friends. I put on so-called friends. I put on the mask from family members. I put on the mask from tragedies. Put on the mask from significant others, boyfriends, whatever. You're a middle child too. Me too. Aren't we special? In the middle of what? You're, two boys or two girls, or are you? Oh wow, she had three girls. See, I didn't have any sisters growing up. I didn't meet my sister until later in life. Who's not my blood sister, obviously, but yeah, I didn't meet her until later in life, and she's actually the manager I told you about, who I went to go live with after my friends ditched me. Um, and then yeah, she's like, it's so funny that she was like, she reminded me a lot of my. She had like my mom's heart, you know. But then later on, also when I started having children, my dad and his new wife started popping out kids too. Whatever. But yeah, and so he ended up having like five more kids. Excuse me. And yeah, and one of them now, me and her, we talk more. We're talking and stuff. So now I have sisters. Now I have blood sisters. And I was mad, girl. I was mad at him too because I was like, especially because it was like he was having pregnancies when I was pregnant because these kids are like my kids. But at one point I really wanted twins. I really wanted twins, and then my dad went and had twins, y'all. I was hating. I was hating. Wow, but that's awesome. You had two sisters. That's cool. I shared clothes and all that stuff. I had two brothers, you know, and at this point, I'm mommy still. My parents worked a lot growing up, so I got taught how to do the thing and cook and all that stuff. So yeah, my dad was living. He just passed recently. He passed in, I want to say 2 years ago. No, like a year and a half ago. My dad passed. But my mom was like 2021. Yeah. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. I had to cook and yeah. Also, wait. You were the middle sister. Well, after the older sister, she wasn't cooking. Thank you. Yeah, it's hard, but you know what? That's one of the hard things too. And I think I'm gonna do a separate video on that. My family moved to Africa because we joined your channel. Oh, hi, Julia. I didn't. Hi, welcome. How are you loving it? Where are you in Africa? She didn't. I had to. Girl, I was the only girl, so I was doing every dang on thing. And you didn't have brothers, but girl, boys stink. I don't know how about you and your sisters. Oh my gosh, like I did everything. I cooked, cleaned, I did everything. And the days I was fed up, I yelled, but. But I back then I was bitter, but now I'm definitely grateful because I have a household and I can take care of everybody. I can cook, clean, I can do all the things, and I still feel like I don't want because even though I'm out here, I'm not trying to get like the female help from someone else because I know like you're living in. Ooh, I heard something. Oh, okay. Where's my dog? Live in Spain. Okay, but we moved to Tanzania for a year, but we did invest there. That's awesome. That is awesome, Julia. Wow. How you like in Spain? You speak Spanish? Yeah. We're just talking about life, chit chat ended up. What do you have? Do you have any goals or anything you want to share with us that you're not gonna procrastinate in for this year? If you haven't, hit the like button, you guys. You're learning. Oh, you're learning Spanish. Okay, okay. You have to start somewhere, girl. How long you been living there? Because Tanzania, Spain, that's great. Tanzania and Spain, yeah. I've been watching on my computer. Had to switch. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You've been on the live already. Okay, awesome. Oh, hit that like girl. I'm glad you got to be on. Um, so you must have been here from before. What 6 months in Spain. 6 months. Well, girl, you better that you learning. You're learning. That's all that matters. Because look, I've been here 5 years now, and Swahili's hard. Thank you. I hope so. I really hope so. Like I feel like for so long I've been not stagnant, but I've been kind of yeah, I've been stagnant. Everything in me has been stuck was been staying in me because I'm so good at being keeping it all in. Okay, like I don't, I keep a lot. I do. I'm good at that, and I'm still learning to get things out and good things and bad things, and sharing with the world. And I'm inspired by those people that can come on YouTube and just spill all their tea and sometimes I'm like, okay, are you but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, like don't be. I don't know. I feel like okay, I don't want to just. I feel like I I guess I'm old school in the way where I feel like your laundry should not be aired out. Miss Wanda, let me know if you understand where I'm coming from with that. Like, your dirty laundry should be, should be within house and things like that. But I also feel like, there's so much hurt. There's so much hurt and pain in the world. There's no reason why we can't share our pain and hurt so that others can either learn from it or you can even get the benefit of being helped and heard. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, I'm one of those. Like, I keep things in. I keep things in. And it wasn't until recently, you guys, have I started to, talk. And imagine, and I'm married. I'm married. Okay, been married now. Will be 16 years. Okay. Yes, Miss Wanda's moving to Wanda. Oh, okay. So let me actually, is Swahili the Swahili the same as Tanzanian Swahili, or is it a little bit different? Because yeah, I've been here for 5 years, and I get first of all, I'm a homebody, and second, like my kids are going to school now, so they're starting to pick up on certain things. And my husband, he does, as far as business and stuff, he deals with a lot of people, and I know a little thing, a little here and there, but I'm not having no big conversation, that's for sure. Who You are correct. You was told not to speak on. Yeah, you was told not to speak on things, and I don't think I ever was actually told not to speak on things. I think it's just something you know, either you heard or you adapted. It was just life, like like nobody talked about their problems. Nobody talked about going to no therapy. That stuff just like that's new age stuff. Like, and I feel so funny saying that. Like it's new age stuff, but I have a really young spirit, you guys. Um, But yeah, that's not, that's I'll write it down. I'll pray about it. And I really believe in timing really like mellow things out for us. It's a bit different, but you can definitely understand. In Rwanda, it's mostly Kinyarwanda. You're going to love it there. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not told. I remember like, like any problems that my mom would have, like, as I watched her as a child, like it wasn't like well, she had a best friend who is like my unofficial godmother. She had a best friend who's my best friend's mother, and she had the church, and then she had her prayer, she prayed and she cried and all that other stuff, whatever, whatever. And once she found the church and she found the Lord, and you know, back then it was like, okay, they told, you told the church everything. And it also made you bump heads in your household if your significant other was not going to church. That was my house, y'all. So, speaking about certain things, and it was never encouraged. It was never something that, it was encouraged, which is so weird because once you start go believing and start going to church and all that stuff, they want to say, oh, go confess or go talk to your leader or whatever. Like, since when we talking? Since when are we talking? Girl, church do everything. And yeah, it definitely put a wrench in my parents' marriage for sure. Yeah, it didn't fix anything. In a lot of ways, it made it worse. You know, and that's just truth. In a lot of ways, it made it worse. Yeah, it made it worse, y'all. It made it worse, and yeah, at least I can learn from that, and that's not what Yeah, yeah. So most times definitely does fix it. I've had a lot of moments. And yeah, we have to learn. We have to learn how to maneuver this world within ourselves, by ourselves sometimes. And I feel like sometimes it's for the good, sometimes it's not, because I do feel like, there's a lot of times where I do need to open up more, and I should have, but I don't. And I'm still learning that at my big age. I'm still learning to, speak now. Speak now as you feel it. Speak now as you're thinking about it. Speak now. Speak up for yourself. Don't cower. And the truth is, like, my mom was very docile. She was a docile soul. So yeah, she was a very docile person, and she had her church. She had us. She had her job for a very, very long, many years. You know, but I definitely don't feel like we were taught to speak up. Like, like, shut your mouth, or So I don't know. I think I definitely adapted to that in the wrong ways. There's times you should definitely be speaking up, and even like being like, I'm different, y'all. I'm different from my family. Like, and I could kind of see that well, I just started having a relationship with my half sister. Um, but I definitely could see that in a lot of us, in a lot of we're like every family, like every group of family in our house, not in our house, in our family tree, there's that one person who's a little bit, you know, off, black sheepish, and I think that that's me. Not even that I think I know that's me. That I'm different, and I haven't always appreciated that about myself. When you're learning when not to speak. You learn not to speak. Okay. Yeah. Look. Yeah, and it's It's the total opposite of the spectrum, right? Like it has to be a happy medium somewhere where we're not being stepped on. We're talking about what we got going on in our head and our feelings and things like that, but also knowing when to just let it be. Balance, absolutely balance. Um, y'all, and sometimes and it's so funny because I can definitely be petty Betty, like, but you know what? I can be petty Betty, but I'm petty Betty up here. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Like like somebody like does something to me, they hurt me or whatever, and sure I'll move on and I forgive you or whatever. It's not as I have bigger fish to fry when it comes to forgiveness. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can forgive you whatever, whatever, but at the same time, you're gonna say something casually, and to me, I'm like, but da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm all petty. And my environment is the most just danger. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Like having all these conversations in the shower by yourself. It's not good. It's not good. We definitely have to learn to just, relax our brains at times and just, speak up when it's necessary. Y'all, I have conversations with people from like years ago, like, oh yeah, like, and that's not conducive to a healthy mental state. I get, yeah, is it human? I wouldn't know. Is it human? Okay. Yes, but definitely learning that, having balance is definitely key. And I think that's a lot, even with the whole procrastination thing. You guys, the reason why I'm honing in on procrastination this year is because that's pretty much how yeah, you have to get it out, right? That's how I've lived my life, really. Like I think after my trauma, I just basically, just like you have functioning alcoholics, I was a functioning depressed, traumatized person, up until marriage and having kids and everything. And now that I'm in a space where, I know me, I know things, you know what I mean? Like I'm well aware of who I am. I'm well aware of my flaws. I'm well aware, you know what I mean? So just being able to say, okay, this person just hurt me. I need to say something, I and not having the fear of I'm gonna sound stupid or they're not gonna understand where I'm coming from. That doesn't mean anything. Like them not understanding you know, does not solidify or validate what they're saying. Like I matter. I matter. You matter. Your feelings matter. What somebody says to you matters. If that's how you took it, that's how you believe it's your world is your world. So if they said something to you and it turned you a certain type of way, it brought down your energy, then it made an impact, it made an effect. And if they can't, come out of their ego to be like, my bad, I'm sorry, like whatever, then it's time to evaluate. It's time to evaluate because I I'm not being a doormat all my life. And you shouldn't be a doormat all your life either. And that a doormat doesn't have to be about, making you do things that you don't want to do or whatever, whatever. Doormat can also be like emotional torment. Like there's some friends we know we shouldn't have had. There's relationships we know we shouldn't have been in because why? They were just walking all over us, and we were allowing it because we didn't know who we really were. We didn't and even once we did know who we were, because some of us were, because like my mom was, she docile, that's her spirit, like that was her. you know um I know what my sister, the non-blood sister, like when we met, I became the one who, she's older than me. She's like 10 years older than me. But I became the one where, no, we're not talking to that girl because she's being shady and you just don't see it. You know what I mean? That's who I was. Like I was the one like trying to defend and and there was this one time where we had like she had this best friend. She had this best friend at the time where I my spirit, like yo, my spirit just did not take to her point blank, and that was it. And my sister knew that, and And my sister, she was starting to see what I was seeing all the while. And then the day of my sister's wedding, the day of her wedding, whatever, the girl, why would you confront me then? Why would you confront me then at the wedding? Like we're getting my sister ready in her room and stuff like that. And she was like, and my sister was in the bathroom listening in. And she was like, "You don't like me, do you?" And y'all, I can have all the balls in the world. Excuse me for if I offend anybody, but I can be tough for anybody. So when she asked me, "So you don't like me, do you?" I was like, "No." Like because and it wasn't I didn't like her for me. I didn't like her for my sister. You know what I mean? Like she was, you know what I mean? So I can always defend for other people, but when it comes down to me, it was I was shut mouth. Yeah, I was picked on. So I was picked on by little kids kids that were younger than me growing up, and that's I don't know where that came from, and I believe part of it was like I took on too much of my my mom's like docileness, I guess if that's the word, and it is what it is. I just it's is something that you have to learn how to grow out of because some people are naturally like timid or naturally like like I'm not a fighter or not even physically fighting like like you have to be able to defend yourself with your words. You have to be able to defend yourself with your actions, like don't allow people just to do anything for, towards you, um stealing your joy, stealing your time, stealing. No, we got things to do. We got goals. We're not, don't self sabotage yourself, you know? Yeah, better than to be a bully. But you know what? In turn, like I bullied myself, You're like, dang, I should have said that. Dang, I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I should have said this. I should have responded that way. I shouldn't have let that person, get away with this and blah, blah, blah. And, and it was, what are you talking about on me? My son coming all quiet. um, yeah, we definitely have to be able to just be there for ourselves. Like be there for you. Like this avatar, was made specifically for you, for me. Like I'm gonna protect it. I have to protect it. I have to learn to, you know, make it happy, make it happy, make it joyful. I was so like, oh my gosh, like my first live, you guys, I was like, oh man, like, oh. I try to procrastinate, try to put it, I'm like, no, I can't procrastinate. That's what I'm against right now. This is 225, yada, yada. I got on that live and it was like, I, yeah, it would have been, yeah, it would have been a sin if I had not gotten that live, like really and truly, because like, the timing, timing's off a little bit, but the guy that got on there, he was just telling me, like how he really needed to hear it and things like that. And I was like, wow, like if I had not like come on the live, like I would have missed out the opportunity to make that kind of impact on someone. Yeah, I have to press through because really and truly, I don't want, and people say don't do things for other people all the time, whatever. But like I don't want to be that kind of example for my kids. And I have one daughter. Like my mom, she had one daughter. I have one daughter, and I don't want her to take that kind of an example. Like go for yours, be kind, and be happy. Like do what you gotta do to fulfill your dreams and your goals. You had two bad people in your life, really? How did you handle that? I don't even know how. Like I know people say you could block people. I wonder how. I don't want to try it right now, but I gotta ask that or something. Did you figure out how to block them or how to get them off? People are people annoy me. It's like let me live. Like be respectful. Like like if you don't, why are you on the live? Like oh, you blocked them. Good, good. How did you do that? You see, and I've been at this for years. Well, no, not consistent. So let's not. I started my channel 5 years. Yeah. Juliet, do you have a channel as well, or are you gonna start? Yeah, they want attention. They want attention, and we don't have time to give them attention. No, we don't. We got goals and dreams and things to accomplish this year. Three dots. Three dots. I don't have three dots. I have the microphone symbol. I have the little symbol to turn the camera around. I have this little blue thing, and I have something else. Okay, nice, nice, Juliet. Nice. Yeah, they say this is the time. Have you posted them? Like, or you just you have them sitting there? You posted it already? They said this is the time. They say like they say it's on easy mode. And and truly, you guys, what I feel about that whole easy mode thing, I think because to me it seems the same, but I think oh good, put your thingy in the put your link in the in here. Um, I think the whole thing about the just be consistent, keep posting. Um, I feel like I think YouTube is actually being very strategic because it wants to be fed and it knows that TikTok is leaving and people gonna need someplace else to go. So they're trying to push off the new YouTubers so the ones coming from TikTok can see, oh okay, well, I can get in where I can fit in. You know what I mean? That's what I think is happening. I think that's what's happening. Oh, absolutely. Well, what is your name? What is your name on the channel? You should have learning. Yeah, we're all still learning. Look, like I said, I saw this channel 5 years ago, and I have not, and I have not. Thank you. I have Juliet Philly. Okay, did I say right, Philly? I have not been consistent, and I just posted. I think a couple of yesterday or a couple of days ago, I posted my YouTube history on there. Yeah. And Miss Wanda's doing great. She's regular, she's doing her short. Are you doing shorts, Miss Wanda? I believe so. Oh, Fifi. So is Juliet Fifi. Okay. Yes, Miss Wanda's wisdom. The name you see in here is that's her handle. It's so crazy, right? Like that you should definitely do that. Definitely come on and continue posting and get in where you can fit in because it's gonna be an influx of people soon. And I think it's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Sunday. And I believe tomorrow is when they're supposed to have like the final decision about TikTok. I've never been on TikTok, so I. Yes, Miss Wanda is super duper encouraging. She's amazing. Oh, I wonder. But yeah, you guys, yeah, the reason why I am like I'm like really into not procrastinating because we don't have that we don't have that much. No, thank you, because you really are. We don't have that much. Our time. I mean, our time can go like this. We never know. And I don't want to keep procrastinating. I don't want to live with regrets. I don't want to. And I spent so much time walking this life, being, living in my cloud of terror and cloud of trauma, and I just, I just want, I just want to encourage those, who, excuse me, excuse me, um, oh, I just want to, be able to make an impact on this world. I feel like there's such a big gap between when I was younger and how I rolled around this world. Because even like when I was younger, I felt like when I was younger and when I am now is is very much similar, minus the middle part. The middle part is like a cloud of haze and drama and trauma and all this other stuff. And I'm happy that I'm back to me and being me and doing what I need to do to uplift myself and edify myself and others and encourage others to like I think like it does the soul so good to do things that we want to do, that is a gift. and and then in turn the byproduct of that is we uplift someone else. You know what I mean? um Yeah, I'm just getting ready to say that. Living with no regrets. I can't wait to see so much more from you guys. Thank you, Miss Wanda. You as well. You as well, because you be spitting it. You be spitting the truth and some really encouraging words. And that's, like we don't have enough light in this world, I feel. Living in the truth. Yes, I want to live in the truth. I want to live. And you know what? And I want to live in the truth, the kind of truth that, not the kind of truth, but the truth is the truth, right? But I want to live in the truth that's the actual truth, not the truth. Because sometimes we can look in the mirror, like when we have this, how the dysphoria when it looks when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and things like that. I feel like we feel like that in certain in not mentally as well sometimes, you know. And then we self sabotage ourselves and we talk down to ourselves and we think negative thoughts so much. Mental dysphoria, like is that a word? Is that a thing? And I feel like I could have been the queen, and I'm no longer the queen of that. Like nope, I rebuke that. I rebuke that. I want to pump myself up, affirm myself, affirm others, be a light, because that is really what I am made of, and be a light in my way. Not anybody else's way. This is YouTuber that I just started following, and she basically talks about manifesting your truth in your life and your light and everything else because you deserve it. Da this da da da, and I agree with pretty much everything she says, but I know that her delivery is not my delivery. You understand? Like I can say the same thing she said, but it wouldn't be my delivery. And I don't. That's how I want to live. I want to live my like how I am. I don't want to like a lot of these things are saying on YouTube right now like, oh, copy this, copy that, do this, do that. Like, and I understand the trend. I understand trying to get in with the whole algorithm thing, whatever, whatever. But I'm gonna stand on being myself. Like I understand copying a title here and there and doing that, but I'm not trying to be a fraud out in these streets. It's look from take it from somebody who's lived with a bunch of masks, for so long. And there's a difference between mask and hats. I can have a bunch of hats, as a wife, a woman, and all that jazz. But like mask, a lot of mask is that's so hard. And I've lived that. I've lived that. And I don't even want one. I just want my one little face. Yes, I definitely understand wisdom. I understand wisdom. I understand, doing things to because this is a business. YouTube is the whole business. I understand all that. Um, but I will not be someone I'm not. It's too hard. It's too hard to keep up with. And I think that was a little bit of it was a little bit of why I kind of fell off in the beginning, like in my when I first started YouTube as well, was because like yes, I wanted to document, and you might want to think about that as well, Juliet. Like I definitely wanted to document my travel with my, at first it was just for me and the kids and my family and stuff like that, but then somebody was convinced me to do it for YouTube. Okay, so I started doing that, but it was kind of like I got boxed in, and I got boxed into just doing that, just doing understanding. Yes, that's what I got boxed in. I got boxed in just to do Tanzania, just to do, and really and truly, that's not me because, like, yes, I'll definitely share I'll definitely share what I got going on if I find any new information that could help anyone and things like that. But I kind of want to, let's give me a little leeway to do other things because I'm a homebody. I've already traveled here. You know what I mean? So I already documented that. I already, you know what I mean? I'm not, so like I definitely want be able to have I have my wings, let me fly. Don't let anyone clip your wings, okay? Don't let anybody clip your wings. For 10 years, wow. And I didn't share because I didn't want to be, but yeah, like I didn't want to be Boston for that. And I understand there's ways to like, and now I'm understanding ways to like kind of move from there. Like I still help out when people come on here all the time and they're talking about Tanzania, and I tell them what I know and things like that. But I definitely try to vary to other conversations that I'm more interested in, more passionate about. Because I live here, I live here now, so it's like I can answer questions, and I really and truly I feel like all the videos I've done on it, that's all the videos I've done on it. I do have a couple more videos that I want to do in the future. Um, from things that I'm just now going through, but that's it. Like I'm not trying to stick. I'm not walking around Tanzania. First of all, Tanzanians don't like to get there, don't like to be photographed. So there's that. You know, I don't have any more new experiences for Tanzania for that particular niche. Yeah, the niche. I don't niche down. Like, I want to talk about things like, that I've been struggling with, like procrastination and trying to overcome it and doing little things day by day that, that defeat procrastination. Arusha. I'm in Arusha. I'm in the mountains of Arusha. Wow. So where you been? You've been 10 years. You've been traveling. That's one of our goals. Whenever this house is done, y'all, like that's gonna take some time, but we definitely want to travel some more. And really and truly, like after I visit the states to go visit my family, like the next thing is just to travel around the continent. Oh, it's okay, Miss Wanda. Zanzibar, okay. You were living in Arusha. Awesome. Okay, so you know. My when we first came out here, went to Zanzibar. My husband didn't like Zanzibar too much. He actually got sick from Zanzibar eating some octopus. It was good to me. I was fine. 57 countries. Wow, are you like an army brat? I don't hear those kind of numbers from army brats, or you just be traveling around. Are you married? Did I miss that part? I think I did miss that part. Yeah, we got a place to stay at Miss Wanda's. Okay. Go, go, go. I definitely want to add more stamps to my books too. And I will. I will. I will add more stamps to my passport. There's so much more that I want to see and do. Like I like. Oh, okay. I just don't tell. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember where we was at. I know we went on a ferry at one point. Um, I'm sure it was wherever the tourists be at, you know. And right now, and I guess there's a lot. It's mainly it's so funny because here in Arusha is like a lot of dogs, a lot of stray dogs, but Zanzibar is a lot of cats. That's the funniest thing to me, and I'm guessing it's because the fish and all that stuff. Maybe 3 kids. Okay. So when you travel. It's the whole family or just you, girl? Are your kids older or younger? That's awesome though. Like to be able to travel like that, that is so awesome. You didn't procrastinate and get them tickets. That is what I'm talking about. Like, ugh, there's so much more out there I want to do and see, and I will. Wow, you go, girl. You go. You go. That's amazing. Yeah, actually I've come across a couple of families, and like large families, and then they just be traveling and stuff. And my only thing is like I tried it. I'm not the homeschooling type of mom, and I know that's I don't know your kid 5. Well, maybe the 5-year-old's gonna be in school next year or something, or maybe this year. But yeah, I couldn't do it. The world is a book of yes, a book of life, a book of life, and I'm really like, I'm ready to start again. I'm ready to start again, to start traveling again. I know it's gonna take a little bit of time. I'm gonna work my way around this continent after I visit my family in the states. And whatever programs, I feel you on that. Yeah, I feel you on that. My kids, they had started like pre-pandemic, and then then they stopped. The school that they were in, they did it a little bit on the computer for a little while, but then when school came back, hubby was like, let them just be kids for a little bit. So we lived the hippie life for a while, and now they're back in school, and yeah, I mean I tried to keep it, but yeah, I'm not that girl. I'm not. Yeah, yeah. When they're younger, it's a little easier, I guess, because all they gotta do is the ABCs, one, two, three. But and not even now, like this one over here, this little 5-year-old, hubby talking about he wants to homeschool them. I'm like, that's the one that he spoiled, y'all. He spoiled that one, and I'm like, I don't have the patience. So like, go ahead, let me see. Now you know what I mean. I got the patience for that, like. Cause I'm like, yeah, he's going to school next year. He was like, oh, I'll try it. I'm like, okay, whatever, go ahead. Mm-mm. We call it World School. We lived in Ireland last year. Wow. They have forest schools. What do you mean? They're in the forest? In a building? Or they're just outside in a forest? I would love to visit Ireland. Ireland is so pretty. Well, it's pretty here too, but that's not what they show you on TV. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would like that. I would like that. Uh, wow. Did they enjoy? I'm sure they enjoyed it. But your kids weren't in school really then, were they? Was it like a daycare type of situation? Right. It just carried on like nothing. That's amazing. That is amazing. I, after I'm done with this live, I feel like I'm gonna no. I have to go on a computer. I have to be disciplined. I want to go on a computer and because I've been uploading on my phone, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with the card endings when you upload and you put the card endings are like, like you have a picture of, how you watch a channel, and when they're done, you'll see like the little picture of the next video they may have in a corner, and like maybe two of them on each corner or whatever. And if you touch it, you can go to the next video. Like I don't think I'm able to do that through the phone, so I have to go and you know do that on the computer, and I also have to remove all the photos off of my phone, which I'm not mad at, but it's just like, ugh, the tedious stuff was like, ugh. And yeah, that's why my procrastination kicks in big. But I'm gonna do it today. The, they did actual school with teachers and games, but in the forest. That's amazing. So, is it never cold? You never did it on the computer, Miss Wanda. So, do you know what I'm talking about? The card endings. How was it done? I know. Don't tell me YouTube Studio on my phone is playing games. You can airdrop them depending on the device. Oh, girl, technology airdrops. Oh, we talking about the photos? You can. Oh, it's a lot of photos to the point where I have to take them off the phone. I have a big a big thingy, a big flash that I want to send it to. Okay, I understand. You've always used your phone, Miss Wanda, but do you understand the cards I'm talking about? The endings? The when you put your videos up, do you have those pop up on your do you have those pop up like what was like when your show when your video is ending, do you have those little okay. Okay. Yeah. It's like, when you're watching a video, towards the end of the video when it's finishing up, you'll see two little squares pop up. One will be for a next if you want to press it, it'd be for a next video and, of that same person. And the other one would be like maybe just their like homepage picture or whatever. Sometimes it could be two videos. So yeah, I want to do that because that's a great way to and I have to and I want to create a playlist. I want to create like this section of procrastination and all that. So I want to put that in a whole playlist so that it's easier to and I heard it helps with views and stuff like that because you can have a when you're watching it, like you're watching a video, and if the person wants to watch another one, they can just press that and they'll see like a whole list. Yeah, so I wish that everything that you could do on a computer, you could do on a phone, but it's never like that. When you open, like even like if it's a bank, like the bank apps and stuff, there's always gonna be something missing that you need to do that you can only do like on the computer because the phone is not gonna you're not gonna it's not big enough or whatever. I don't know. They don't make it. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. They should make it so like everything could fit even on a phone device. But so I'll be on the phone tonight on the computer. I'll be on the computer doing that. My next, yeah, yeah. So do you know what I'm talking about, right? Those little squares on the top. I used to do that, but I just got I don't know. Since I came back, my main focus was to be consistent and doing it on my phone directly and getting that done. Cause I even have a camera. I had a camera from before that, but like convenience to get through, and then I'll jump back into the other stuff. So, but I know that having those endings is really is it helps with views. If like somebody wants to click for the very next video, then so I'm going to upload on my computer from now on. What time is it over there? collect my little. Yeah, try it. Try it on a bigger device, like your computer or something, and it'll say it'll say cards, and then you can pick the different endings. It's actually funner, whatever, to go on the computer because you see 6:30 for you. It's probably 6:30 here too. Let me see. Oh wow, it's 8:30. It's 8:30 p.m. Oh, I forgot you're not in South Africa right now. Yeah, it's 8:30 p.m. here, and it's 11:30 for you, Miss Wanda. Okay. I wonder if I'm gonna do that tonight. If I'm gonna do it tonight, or I'm gonna do because I know they all in there. The light might be turned off. They might watch TV. If I don't go on the computer tonight, I'll definitely do it tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Any plans for the day? It's Saturday. Well, Julia, your day's ending too. How about you, Miss Wanda? Ugh. Ooh. Yeah. Can you do it on the iPad? I don't have an iPad. I don't know, but I would think so. I would think so. I feel like an iPad has the same. It's like a regular computer. Like it has like the. Look at you! I got a pack from Madrid, girl. Okay. What do you mean no creating content? That's lovely. Yeah, pack from Madrid. When do you leave? I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, Miss Wanda, I'm gonna be looking out for your post. Creating content. Okay, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, good, 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 good. You leave tomorrow. You haven't packed yet, and it's 6:30 in the evening. Juliet, what you put procrastination, huh? What you waiting on, Juliet? You got 3 kids, little kids. I know that, but girl, you had. Wow, I was up last night putting stuff out. Okay, it's only a mama trip, so it's. Oh, okay, okay, nice. By yourself or with friends? You should definitely record that or be in the moment. You know what I mean? Like choose it, choose your battles, choose what you want to do. Wow. Okay, girl, you go. Be safe and you go. I'm such a like. I'm such a mama bird. Like everybody got come quack quack quack. I'm a mama. Everybody got to come along. Let's go. I'll have a trip once a month for me. Yes, Miss Wanda. What's your question? Once a month. I mean, girl, I'm trying to keep up with date night once a month. You trying to go on the whole trip? Okay, now. Oh, I just heard the pump. The pump is still on. I'm sure. I am so sure. That's awesome. That's amazing. Keep you being you. Miss Wanda, you had a question? Do you lose energy, like power, like electricity and stuff, or you talking about me personally, or are you talking about Juliet power? Um, I mean, yeah. Um, Obviously, if you don't pay, but I'm guessing you're talking about like overall, like in the area and things like that. Yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. Like even today, the power went out for a little bit. Yeah, the power went out for a little bit today too. Like a couple times, it flickered or whatever. Sometimes it just depends on what's going on. If they're working on something, or if whatever there's something to do with a pump and a water and something spinning that forces electricity. Sometimes that gets busted. Like there are times, but hubby made sure that we have solar here, and we also have a generator. So if it's ever for a long period of time, um, we call them, let them know, like, hey, because we know some, like, our area sometimes it's like they forget about us, which I'm not mad at. But yeah, we call if it takes too long. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. If it takes too long, then me and hubby we have solar and generator. Yeah, I heard that too. I don't really and truly. I just that is I think I hear that a lot for Nigeria and things like that. But around here, it's always because they're either working on something or something's happening or something broke or whatever. It's never like they just shut it off. Um, and when it goes, it doesn't happen too often or too long. I think losing the water is worse. Like sometimes, like if there's no water, it's like, oh, come on, like there's no water in the pipe. But because we have the farms, we have the farm, and we have other barrels. We catch rainwater, um, and we always try to keep the tanks full. So, but it catches up to us sometimes. It has in the past. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's definitely a learning experience. I'm not gonna. There's definitely pros and cons, up and downs, like anything else. But it's home. It's home now. It's home now. But I do miss my family. That's just what it is, and I'm looking forward to being able to visit soon. And it's so hard sometimes to figure out, like, because I feel like, okay, I want to post about that, like like the truth behind living abroad and separate from your family and things like that. But I'm like, okay, well, you know, is that interesting to anybody? Girl, we building a whole house. It better be. um, but yeah, but see where we are, girl. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. Well water. We wish we could have done the well water here. We tried, but it was that they came out to dig and stuff, but it like digging down, digging it was too deep and we couldn't get nowhere. And we're uphill. We're up a mountain. So it's like I don't know. I don't know the whole it just we couldn't do it. But we are looking for another smaller piece of land somewhere else that's closer to the river because hubby loves the river. And so in the future. And as far as a future home, yeah, we definitely want to, secure this place for other generations and stuff like that. But we're not we definitely still want to get like another small place in the states for when we do visit, because when we visit we want to stay for an extended amount of time. We're a large family, and yeah, this we have a couple of people that was definitely accommodate us. But it's nothing like being in your own place. So that's future things. Babe, is that you? I see bamboo. That's my husband, you guys. Who is that? Is that you, babe, or is that one of the kids? My sister's land is on the lake. Oh, lovely. Yeah, hubby wants to be by the by the river. I don't even know if he's listening or if the one of the kids are playing with his phone. I cannot deal. um, but yeah, like we're not against like leaving though. Like just like we left our other home. Your daughter love you. Hi, sweet pea. I don't think that's sleepy though, because why would she say your daughter? I don't know. Is that? Can somebody tell me who this is? Funny, but yeah, you guys, you can't wait to move. Yeah, I think we moved at the perfect timing, especially with everything, because we moved like right before the pandemic hit, and then it seems like ever since then it's like kind of going downhill, with everything. But that's the world, I feel like that's just the world we live in. You just gotta find a nice corner of the earth you want to stay and be happy and make it work. Um, well, I know we considered a different residency, like but in Tanzania, but in Moshi, um, they be all right for a little bit. I hear TV mad loud in there. Um, but yeah, I mean, we haven't traveled again yet. So 'cause when we moved out here, I was pregnant, had that baby. Now he's being spoiled by dad, and then after that, I got pregnant again. And between two pregnancies, building a house here, and it's a huge property, and had the farm. We had chickens at one point. We had pigs at one point. So it's basically trying to build a life here, and then we're gonna be able to, and I want to go visit my family because it's been forever, and so money, 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 money. So yeah, when we start traveling again, I'm pretty sure that that's gonna come up again, to be able to think about a different place, a different residency somewhere else. Child. Here and there, we're trying. We're trying. Hubby said he wanted to do pigs. We did pigs, and then it was like, the pigs were, around here is a lot of Muslims who, eat pork undercover, but it still wasn't enough to, for the business. So we let go of the pigs, whatever we sold and slaughtered and all that stuff, whatever. Then he's like, let's just stick to the chickens. We did chickens for a while. We did rice too for a little bit. And we did chickens for a while, and then we stopped doing that, and we decided we didn't want to slaughter anymore. So now we're doing just the eggs. So and those that haven't even started yet. Like we still just have the chickens, percolating. So yeah, people got to eat. I feel like that's one of the things that that's the you can always go into food because people got to eat. No, people are not. As far as like what family and friends and stuff, yeah, they're really not. Yeah, there was not any. There was nobody was happy about it. We have goats in America, but just for breeding, they would be good in Africa. You personally have goats you personally have goats? That's cool. Hubby wanted a goat. I think he wants us to get a donkey. He's like, yeah, we can ride the donkey till we so because I want a horse. So he's like, we can do the donkey first. My neighbor does rabbits right now. People are not always on board with you moving out the country. Yeah, they're not. They're not. Cause and sometimes it's really for selfish reasons because they want you there for them. You know what I mean? And it's a nice selfish reason, but it's still a selfish reason. And yeah, we And the way we did it, y'all, it was really abrupt for everyone because we came out here to visit, stayed for 2 weeks, left after the 2 weeks, and then basically started packing right away. And it was a month after we were back here, so it's 2 weeks, a month, and we're back. And we rented out our home, and that was the worst experience ever. And that was our first and last time ever renting. And then shortly after, we sold our home. Oh, you have a small farm. Your husband was a donkey too. What's wrong with these men? I think God, my sister that she made that move. Yeah, that yes, Miss Wanda. I can't wait for you to go. Yes, the quality of life and the quality of life, food, peace, calmness. It's amazing. It's amazing if you let it. And for me, with the history that I have, I found it hard. I found it difficult to just be at peace, but I'm striving for it every day. And I have my garden and everything, and like turn off the pump. Yeah, it's definitely if you're gonna find peace, you're gonna find it here, one way or the other. Yeah, but better quality of life. Oh, yeah. You don't have to worry about your food. You know, none of that. I've heard people who come out here who've had like really bad situations with their health, and it's just like my son is so funny. Like when we came out here with them, he was still that chubby kid. You know what I mean? That regular chubbiness that you have as a little kid, right? As soon as that boy came out here, y'all, slim. Like it didn't take. I didn't even think it took a week. I don't think it took a week. Like, cause the food don't have no GMOs. They don't have no, it's all natural stuff. It's just like us too, Miss Wanda. Yes, fresh food, no dyes, clean air. Oh my goodness. I'm outside right now, and the breeze is like amazing. It's amazing. Thumbs up the live, you guys. Say hello in the chat. Talking about everything, life, traveling, not procrastinating. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's one of my that was I mean, I don't want to think about regrets, but that's one thing I wish I could have done was bring my dad out here. And it was in the works, but you know, and I believe he's been out here in the spirit. It's definitely worth to travel. It's definitely worth to see and smell new air. Yeah. Yeah. It'll happen, Miss Wanda. It'll happen. If that's what you really want, it'll happen. Just it takes planning. Because I know for us, because we kind of had it in our back of our minds that we were because I don't know where he came with this whole he wanted to move thing, but we made it a point to because it was an expensive trip when we came out here. And granted it was our anniversary, but we came out here with a purpose. Like, okay, we searched land. We looked through the school system because I do have a son who's a little bit on the spectrum. We Yeah, yeah. You just gotta we gotta research. We watched YouTube, um, to figure out what's going on there, and get a kind of a picture. You know what I mean, from people who've been out there. Um, you won't need school systems, but you could look around the neighborhoods. You could just get a feel for where you want to stay. Hubby does wish though that we had chosen Moshi over Arusha. It's too late now. We're building. Only because the water is is so much easier access there as far as natural water for planting, planting and animals and things like that. Wow. That's amazing, Juliet. Well, I'm glad I posted. I'm glad I posted. Boy, stop saying hi. Say something else. But yeah, so yeah, he kind of wishes we went hi hi hi. Hello. He kind of wished that we went to Moshi instead, but we're gonna visit Moshi again. Moshi's not far from Arusha though, but they have their water is so they have the rivers and things like that. Where over here is more dry, where we're at. But yeah, I'm gonna be closing out. I'm gonna be closing out you guys because y'all getting all these random hellos, and I want to see who's writing the hellos. It is what time is it over here? It is yeah, minutes to 9. You lit a whole fire out on my like to your channel. I never would take it on the like honestly. Oh wow. Bye. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. And and I really want to continue doing that with this channel. I want to leave a footprint, and inspire and help out and in any way that I can. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you're traveling and that I inspired you in that way. Like that's amazing. Mhm. Do we have plan? I know you're traveling. You're traveling to tomorrow. And what's Sunday looking like for you guys, Miss Wanda? Yes, 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 yes. You can say that again 1,000 times. Yes. And that's what I try to tell people, like, please visit first. Please visit, get it out your system because a lot of people come out here and they think that, the same way they came to visit is how they're going to live. Mm-mm. Not unless you really have that U.S. income coming in on a and it's a grip and it's a constant basis, and or you live below your means. Because once you're out here, you're not living like a tourist. You're not living like you on a vacation. You gotta run out of money real fast. You gotta come with a plan. Thank you. Yeah, you gotta come out here with a plan. You gotta come out here and do. I would suggest to visit because once you're living there is you got to deal with everything that everybody else deals with, the government, food prices, because the food prices, the healthy food, like the regular food out here is definitely cheap compared to the states because it's the GMO stuff that and the processed food that's more expensive because they basically import it. um but yeah, you have to come out here with a plan. You have to visit. I recommend visiting. I mean, you could be that person. That's fine. Just bop and living somewhere, and then just know how to maneuver. Once you know how to maneuver, and you are a person that travels a lot, so you know how to maneuver around different countries. And yeah, living there is a whole different beast. A whole different beast. Ooh. So you do Lyft? Lyft. Oh, Lyft is like Uber, right? And what's the 20 day challenge you're gonna be doing? You're gonna be doing it every day, or I like the spice of moving, but it's not for the yeah, no, it's not. Okay. That's awesome, Miss Wanda. Like, yeah, rest up. Are you going to no, I don't think you're I don't think I don't know. Like is that what you're gonna be doing? Are you gonna be recording as well? Although you shouldn't because I heard that you can get demonetized for that. Although I don't know if you're monetized yet or not, but um or you just keeping that separate. Because right now it seems like everybody just, videoing, they're recording their jobs and their things like that. And, you know, I think I would make a video saying I don't get paid for my job. And I don't. I don't, besides hugs and kisses. I'm trying to get that 13,000. 13,000 what? What are you about? What are you talking about? From Lyft? Is that a challenge with Lyft? No, demonetized for driving and recording. So make sure if you do that, if you're gonna record, you're parked. It's so crazy to me right now too, like this whole era of um, recording your job and things like that. Because um, there was a time where people getting fired for when their jobs found out they were on YouTube and stuff like that. But now it's like everybody, it's like people don't care. And really and truly, like I could, if I was working, I could not care. Not to that extent. If I'm gonna get fired, it's gonna be on my terms. Like I don't want to, you know, get fired because I'm trying to hustle, do a hustle on the side. Like that doesn't make sense. Like I don't want to get fired from my main job for 13. I don't understand, Miss Wanda. 13, 13. Is that the something a month? 13. There's a lot of zeros. Is that for you mean as far as driving in the car or like the amount of passengers? Yeah, and I would even go as far as saying when you start recording in your park, you would say, I am parked at this place right here and da 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 da. You know? And one thing I did too, like when I was in the beginning when I used to record. Oh, okay now. Okay. 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 Nice, Miss Wanda. I hope you make it, girl. I'll be praying for you. Um, I used to like record, like if, let's say, if I was taking a trip, I would record, but I wouldn't post that because I didn't. I was, you hear so many different things about, and I just don't want to, like nobody needs to know where I'm at when I'm there. You know what I mean? Unless, besides my family. So it's like I was never like, oh yeah, you guys, like I'm over here at this place, So I don't know if that's something you want to consider, Juliet, as you travel, like not, letting people, know where exactly you are when you're there because like it's crazies out there. Like let's be honest. I know this. We like to do things in real time, and I've learned my lesson from that too because I used to like pack up things in my. I call it my YouTube cart, like videos, and I'm like, oh yeah, waiting for this date to post it, that date to post it. But then it's like, it. Oh, there I am. So yeah, so just think about that kind of stuff. I pulled over. Yes, yes. I agree. I record and post when I'm there. Even where we live now, I say a town next to us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be safe. Be safe. Anyways, it's getting darker and darker out here, and these bugs are looking at me crazy. If you haven't already, thumbs up the live. Whoever's in the live, hello. Thank you all. I really enjoyed this live. Keep an eye out for the next video. I'm gonna be doing lives on Saturdays for sure. I don't know what other day I'll be doing it on throughout the week, but for sure on Saturdays, it seems like a good fit for me. Um, yeah, and definitely videos throughout the week. Your home? I record posts when I'm here, there, even where we live now. I say a town next to us. I'm home. You post when you're home. Okay. Yeah. 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 Be safe and keep posting, and you'll get there, girl. I'm definitely look out for it. Yes. Thank you, Miss Wanda. Juliet, if nothing else, like tag me in your if I can't find it, just tag me in one of your videos, the Jamaitians, and I'll look up your videos. And I subscribe to you, girl. Support, support. We all need to support each other. It's been fun, you guys. It's been great. I enjoyed doing these lives with you guys. And yeah, look out for more. Let's not procrastinate the things that we want to do and get accomplished, you guys. Even if it's just self care, self love, all that stuff. Let's be mindful of us. Thanks so much for watching and becoming part of my community. Let's share these videos if you can. We need these watch hours, okay? Once we get monetized, you guys, I think then we can think about naming our little community. Anyway, guys, have a great day, have a great night wherever you are, and I'll definitely see you guys soon.